Yo, 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 what's up guys? Envy here. So we're on to the next build. This one is MVP bossing. And I kind of want to do a build this league to where I could, do Cortex, or do the hidden, do the fear, do, all the stuff here in the middle. Unlocking these guys. Really easy on the Elder Guardians, the Shaper Guardians, Elder, Uber Elder, and all of that. And I've been trying to play VDDD Slinger for a while now, but I've always kind of like half-assed it and never really actually put effort into the build, leveled up the gems or anything, and I always felt it was lacking damage. Well, now that I've got, some investment into it and I'm kind of figuring out how it works, I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and most likely we'll league start this build next league. And of course, unless something changes in the patch notes or whatever. To kind of go over what I got here, essentially it's a Necro that is on a Spell Slinger setup that is doing Desecrate, Volatile Dead, and Detonate Dead. So how the build works is you spawn corpses. Some of those corpses detonate, some of those corpses create Volatile Deads, which is this gem, and you send, it consumes the corpses and you send like a flaming ball. It does damage equal to the 3% maximum corpse's life, blah, blah, blah. You can have so many balls out at a time. And the Detonate Dead is similar, except for it's an area damage. There's a Tolman, or Tallman, whatever his name is. He's a fight in the axe. He does Detonate Dead. And it's that skill, basically. I'm just trying to figure out how to scale it, how to get the most damage out of it. I was kind of following, Rue's guide, Lily's guide, seeing what Lighty's doing. And I'm going to try and take my own twist with it and flavor and figure out what works and all that. I've been heisting with it mostly, as it's just, I've never died in a heist ever with it. I picked up this for 10x. It's 4% chance for Regals to drop his Exalts, 15% chance for Alt to drop his Chaos, and additional unique items will open reward chests and heists. I can show you guys a heist in another video. It's free. So essentially, you're casting Desecrate, and these corpses are in the pool, which I can show you here. If I press A, there's a Lithomancer, which is the guy without the swords, and the other one is the Stone Skin Flare. There it is, right there. So very large corpses, or they have very large HP. I think like 800% increase max life or something. It's on the PoEDB. So these two guys are definitely what you want as your Spectres. I don't know if this is actually helping me. I'm assuming it is. But I picked up the Anomalous Race Spectre, which is 20% increase of minions' maximum life. So I'm assuming that that's increasing their life, which increases their life in the corpse pool, which is giving me more damage. May not be. I have to figure that out. This build is, it's challenging for me to figure out how much damage I'm doing because it's not exactly clear in POB. Or if it's clear, I don't know how to read it correctly. So I was using the other gloves, Worm Sign, that Lily and Rue and all those guys were using. Then I picked up these. These are added damage against burning enemies. I burn enemies. This is a belt I just whipped up today. I've been using Headhunter on it, but that's not exactly budget friendly. So this just gives me some dex, cold res, increase LE damage life. I could probably do increase LE movement speed during Flask Effect, or spell damage during Flask Effect. I know some of these skills don't exactly scale with spell damage. If you can see here, it says, so I can find the line. Targets a corpse and deals spell damage to enemies around the corpse, as well as causing the corpse to explode, dealing fire damage. Explosion is not affected by modifiers to spell damage and cannot be reflected. This will continue to target other corpses in the area with an increasing delay between each one until it runs out of corpses or has destroyed 22 corpses. So I don't think you can add spell damage to, now answer in the comments if you guys know this. I don't believe you could add spell damage to it, but maybe the inherent level of the gem, its own damage adds to it. I don't know. I'm learning this build, which is why I'm having fun making this video. So I got that on the gloves. The boots, these are just res and move speed. I would like to get something on them in the future. I've seen some people drop the Elemental Overload and go a crit version. Then I could do Tailwind Elusive and some stuff like that. This ring is just life, res, minimum endurance, non-channeling. This gives me endurance charges while I'm mapping. Just, makes you feel good, right? You're thick, you take a hit. This I picked up pretty cheap. This is Curse and His Flammabilities, max life, fire damage, increase buff effective Herald of Ash, and mana reservation. I needed the mana reservation earlier on. Now I don't, so I could go with a different ring that has increased fire damage instead of reservation, as I can take this off and I'm still good. Helm, I just picked up a bone helmet with the enchant of reservation, and then I hit it with some essences. I'll probably recraft this in the future going forward. I might see if I can hit this with Redeemer Orb and get the Redeemer Reservation mod, and then maybe Woke Orbit to, nearby, or take, increase fire damage or increase LE, whatever POB is the highest, right? And that'll be more of an in-game helmet for it. We do take the Spiritual Aid node, so increases the reduction of minion damage also affects me. So, implicit, minions deal 20% increased damage, that's an increase for me. Chests, I like this chest a lot. It's got evasion, armor, energy shield. +1 level of all Val skill gems. Here we are again, Val skill. I got life, increased effective offerings. I needed the dex, cool. I'm going to try and recraft this in the future. I would like to, I had one and I had to annul and I ruined it. But I want life, percent life, increased effective offerings is what the main things I want. Then potentially some other stuff on there, like additional curse or who knows. Amulet is an All's Uprising Onyx amulet. I got charisma for the mana reservation. This one is anger, reserves and reservation. So I can go in here, turn off anger, turn it on. There's no change. I have the alt quality anger, which is up here, which is 1% increased movement speed. So the other one's just air effect, not a big deal. So a little bit of move speed. Shield, I definitely want to make a new one. I'm not 100% sure on what I want. I actually made a shield for this build while crafting. My second click of fossils, I hit increased fire damage, T1 life, +1 fire gem, life on block, and I crafted Fire Signature Chaos, and I sold it for like 7x. So I could have used it. It was an incredible shield, but I mean, it was too good. This was an alt at the time. I wasn't really playing it full on, so I sold it, and that kind of paid for most of my gear. But I would probably get another one. There's a guy I've seen on YouTube. He has the Recover Life when you block on a different base, on a tower shield, and he has it Woke Orbed with +2 to maximum resistances. So he has 77 on everything, and he has actually 77 Chaos Res. Now, that's a tall order. It's a lot harder to get. That would take a lot of work to get there, but I would love to do that as well as just down the list, 77 on everything. So he's very tanky to LE and Chaos damage, and then he's got 3 endurance charges. He has 2 minimum, so just good fizz mitigation. His build is just thick. Let's see. I got a little bit of armor and evasion in the build, not much of each. So armor is only 900 and evasion's only 1,000. So not much of each. When I click this, get 2,000. But when I have the 3 endurance charges up, it feels pretty good. What else? Wand. This doesn't really do much for me except for the +1/+1 and the trigger. Elishar helped me craft this. It was a 4-socket resonator with corroded, shuddering, jagged, and scorch, I think. I can't remember how I did it. But there was a 1 in 6, and so I got it, and I had it open, so I crafted trigger. The spell damage is whatever. The crit chance, crit mult doesn't really do much for me as I take Elemental Overload. But it's a pretty nice wand. Let's see if I can price it. +1/+1. There's none in League. To check online. So yeah, flask or whatever. Then we use a Glorious Vanity, and this is bathed in the sacrifice name of Doriani. This gives us Corrupted Soul. So non-chaos damage, bypasses, yada yada yada. Gain 15% of maximum life is actually maximum energy shield. So that gives us some ES. As we stack up on our life, we will get more energy shield. So I would like to have the life implicit shield with, maybe like 100, 120 life on a shield with the life on block. That'd be nice. Just get some more flat life everywhere. And then that'll give us some more energy shield. Would love to have around 6,500 life and the rest in energy shield. I've seen people get into 10k HP pulls with their energy shield and life added. Here we got lucky. We got Revitalizing Flames, which is increased fire damage, and fire damage leeches life. So I don't have to run a Doriani's Lesson. That's fantastic. And then here I run increase elemental damage such as energy shield. So we have a really, really good sustain in maps. I got Sawdust and Widespread. I ignite, chill, and shock. So we get 15% increase LE for chilling, which we just do because we're a Necro. 20% increase damage for igniting, we ignite. And then 25% if you've shocked. So all that together. And it's recently, which refers to the past 4 seconds. Area of effect and increased LE. And we can go up here if we need the res and elemental damage later on. This is on a fire cluster, so each node is giving us increased fire. What else? Some minion stuff, offerings. Yeah, level 95. I'm going to push to a little bit higher. Build's great. I'll upload the POB. And then what I would like to do later on in the league is I will probably go through solo self-found and level as Armageddon brand Cremator, or Cremation, whatever it's called. And try and build this build as I would at league start. And then convert over into the Slinger. See how it feels. And see if I can, you know, do some stuff and map bosses and all that. I've killed Cortex on this. I've killed Elder, all the Conquerors. I'm going to do Cirrus next time I get them up. I'm working on that today. I'll try and record that. But so far, it is a little slow to come online. It felt good in low maps. I hit a point where I was like not sure how to get damage. And then now it's really coming together. I think my jewels are starting to hit 2020. Yep, this one's almost done. And I got an Awakened Fire pen for 7 chaos. So that's quite cheap. This build actually isn't that expensive. I don't think anything was really... This was like 2x. This was, I think, an X&a-half. Nothing on my build was really... Oh my gosh, I can't afford this expensive. So that's what's really nice with this build is you can kind of make it for cheap. So thank you for the comments and likes on my videos. I really appreciate you guys helping get my YouTube started. And let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Thanks.